I'm being joined by Barrister Okechukwu Osuoha, member National Caretaker Committee, PDP, and former Deputy National Legal Advisor of the PDP. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I could see there that where the two sides of the PDP were somewhat rejoicing, the other party says we'll be waiting for the judgment to take the possible necessary steps, and this other party says no, we're okay. This is for everybody to come back home. But the question I'd like to ask is, and we didn't get that report.
Okay.
There's this news going out there that the appeal court also agreed with the suspension of the former the suspension of the national secretary of the party at that time. Was that anywhere mentioned in the judgment?
It's fake news.
Okay.
Because as far as I'm concerned, I was in the court.
Okay.
I witnessed what transpired in the court today. So, when we talk, you don't believe or be able to, when you see all these news in the social media, there's a lot of fake news. But in the court today, all the judgment that was given today is a landmark judgment, a welcome development, because it enriched our legal jurisprudence. I was present, and I saw all the whole appeal, both about 9 or 10 appeals. They were heard in the court, and the justices, gave an unambiguous and clear judgment. Look at, because there's something that happened. That's why I say it enriches and develops our legal jurisprudence. You see, there's always that veil. People want to rely on that misconception that there was a Supreme Court judgment that said every matter about the party is an internal affairs of the party. But I was in court today. The justices had to, lift up that veil and told them, no, we are in a democracy, we're in a democratic society, and democracy must thrive by the rule of law. You cannot afford to be disobeying court judgments. You cannot afford to be going against the rule of law. You must do things in accordance with the extant laws of the land. One of them is the ground norm. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have the Electoral Act and the Constitution of the party. The party is an association. And when you belong to a political party, the constitution of that party is binding on all the members. And when you want to do things, you do it in accordance with the constitution of the party. Okay. So that's what the court said today, because most of the things, like there's 2 substituting court judgments of the Federal High Court, were so clear. They looked at the matter that was before them and said that it was not bordering on internal affairs of the party. It's not about the management of the party, members of the party, or officers of the party. That it had to do with a violation of the extant laws of the land. That some aggrieved members of the party approached the court, that there was this disenfranchisement, exclusion of some of the members.
So we'll just need to take a short break.
Okay.
We'll go on a quick break. We'll come back and pick up from where we left.
Okay.
Just stay with us. Welcome back. We still have Barrister Okechukwu Osuoha, member PDP Caretaker Committee. Now that this judgment has come from the appeal court, and those who are lovers of PDP and the Nigerian political space are wanting to know what's the next step, what's the way forward. Can the PDP house be put together again? Is there a chance?
Yes, that's why it's a pertinent and important question. That's why today's appeal court judgment is a welcome development. Because already that's why I want to advise the other party, those who lost out in the appeal court today, that they should not admit that it is all over. It is better for you to know when, leave the stage when the ovation is high. Because right now, we have set up a machine, something in motion. By the ending of this month, 29th and 30th of this month, March, we are going to, there's going to be a convention, national convention of the party, to produce authentic national officers of the party. Because already the Federal High Court has nullified that convention.
So are you not concerned that all of this is going to affect your participation in certain elections?
There's an electoral timetable. That electoral timetable, we are binding by it. So by that month end, we do our national convention. Already Congress you saw the court judgment today. The Federal High Court, the Court of Appeal was so vehement. They were so annoyed. And they told the other party, that why did you not obey the Federal High Court judgment and say you should conduct congresses in some states of the federation, because that if you don't do it, it's a exclusion and also tantamount to disenfranchisement, which is a violation of the extant laws of the land and even your constitution.
So would your party be able to participate in the
Yes,
Osun
the
and
congresses
Ekiti
are taking place now. By the month end, we do our national convention.
You've not answered the question. Would your party be able to participate in the Ekiti and Osun elections?
Because of the crisis that was going on. So
you lost out of that.
The candidates who were emerged from that purported primary that took place, that those unlawful people who felt that were elected in Ibadan convention, that they produced. That's why the INEC. You see, these things, you're supposed to obey the extant rule of law. You don't do things by impunity, by your whims and caprices. The answer to your question, PDP is moving forward.
Okay.
I'm appealing to the other party. It's a larger house. People should come together. What we should do now is reconciliation.
All right.
People should come back. Even the agree parties, I think they should now know that litigation has ended. With this court of appeal, even going to a Supreme Court or wasting their time and energy and money is all about exercising futility. They should come back now so that we can be able to do our house in order, so that we produce candidates. Because by the time we do that national convention by month end, INEC will observe it. We produce national officers. Okay. At the end of the day, we do a competent primary, authentic primary that will produce candidates that will contest the election in 2027. You see that PDP is a brand. It's a brand. It's a brand in Nigerians' law.
Good, worthy brand.
Thank you.
Wish you well. Barrister Okechukwu Osuoha is a member PDP Caretaker Committee. Thank you for coming in this evening.
Thank you for having me.